Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Well, XRP creators David Schwartz, Arthur Britto, and Jed McCaleb, in the early days, especially when there was even more tremendous uncertainty within the blockchain industry and the crypto asset class as a whole, those three creators of the XRP ledger risked going to jail because there was such regulatory uncertainty, claims a very prominent XRP community member. I'm going to share with you that point of view. It stems from this piece that you're looking at right on your screen here. It's from Tron Weekly, titled "Ripple Created XRP or Discovered It. Crypto Community Criticizing Company's Claim." So I'm going to run through this whole thing. The very end part of the piece is the part that gets to what degree did the creators of XRP indeed risk anything. The last piece I'll cover in this video, it's unrelated, but is substantial for the asset class as a whole, I think, anyway. It's a piece from CoinDesk titled "CFTC Chairman Confirms Ether Cryptocurrency is a Commodity." Hey, forward progress, clarity, right? Okay, before we get going here, if you would please delicately tap that like button, and if you're a fan of Ripple and XRP, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel. Alright, so this piece begins from Tron Weekly with all the recent controversy surrounding Ripple. Nick Carter, who is the co-founder of Coinmetrics and a partner at Castle Island Ventures, shared a series of thread condemning Ripple. And so, of course, not surprisingly, as is frequently the case, covered in crypto media, there's going to be a bunch of futsters out there. Worth combating, in my mind. Ripple and XRP have been a controversial topic for quite a long time, I'm sure. Well, crypto media, oh my god. While few members of the crypto community criticized XRP as a centralized cryptocurrency, Ripple's official, on the other hand, elaborate XRP as a decentralized cryptocurrency runs independently on the XRP ledger. And indeed, of course, the XRP, the native asset on the XRP ledger, is decentralized to a degree that I would argue is more substantially decentralized than Bitcoin. Here's a subheading: did Ripple create XRP or discover it? Like out in the wilderness, they found it as they were picking berries from bushes. The concerning point here is that Ripple is a blockchain payment firm that offers payment products based on blockchain technology. Alongside these products, Ripple is also known as the parent company of XRP, which I've been looking forward to correcting this since I read this article this morning. What the hell does that even mean? A parent company to a cryptocurrency? A decentralized cryptocurrency? That makes no damn sense. Oh my god. Oh, the third largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization. Parent company. No. Undeniably, when XRP bag holders backlashed Ripple for selling a lot of XRP, which they claim has drastically reduced the price of the token, Ripple's CEO and other key officials refute the claim. Okay, I want to refute the premise of this, actually. So undeniably, when the XRP bag holders backlashed against Ripple for selling a lot of XRP, look, that's a minority of the XRP community. Okay, look, consider this. There are over 1.8 million XRP accounts. Now, that doesn't mean that's literally that many humans. It could be more, it could be less. Probably not that far off from that number if I had to guess. And out of the people that signed a petition that indeed agreed, Ripple, stop selling so much XRP. We want the coin to pump, and you're just dumping here. It was a few thousand individuals. That's a fraction of a percent of the individuals in the XRP community that thinks this is actually an issue. And let me assure you it's not, because Ripple is only selling whatever XRP holdings they have. They're only selling based off of volume, so they keep it to a certain percentage. And I'm really looking forward to the third quarter XRP markets report, because they've already stated, we don't know what the numbers are, but it's going to be substantially less than in previous quarters. All right, so then the piece continues here. In fact, they elaborated that Ripple and XRP are two different entities. Yes, not a parent company. Oh my god. While Ripple is a company, XRP is a decentralized cryptocurrency. Moreover, they also stated that the XRP cryptocurrency still exists even if Ripple, the company, disappears. And truer words have never been spoken. At least that was acknowledged in the article, right? With all these controversial claims sent so far, and Nick Carter, who is the co-founder of Coinmetrics and a partner at Castle Island Ventures, shared a series of thread condemning Ripple. He said, quote, "For the record, the psychopaths are still literally and without a shred of irony claiming that they discovered XRP as opposed to having created it." He also mentioned the comment of Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, who, in an interview with Fortune magazine, compared XRP with oil, though he compared it in the context of considering XRP as a security could be wrong. Exactly. And I think that the analogy was perfectly reasonable. Just like Exxon has a bunch of oil, it doesn't mean that oil is some sort of centralized this or that. It's just the whole concept of XRP being a security. It's completely bogus. Anyway, and then Peace continues, "It's worth noting that during an interview when Brad doubted Facebook's approach of launching Libra until 2022, he also shared his views on the XRP ledger. He said, quote, "One really important distinction is the XRP ledger existed before Ripple the company. Certainly, we are an interested party in the success of the XRP ledger, for sure. We own a lot of XRP, but it's a little bit like saying Exxon owns a lot of oil. That doesn't make oil a security, right?" As Nick Carter's, and this is the piece continue now, as Nick Carter's tweet appears to be contrasting Ripple and the XRP community, it obviously captured the attention of the XRP army. However, as a response to a community's comment that asked his view represented Ripple like BitConnect, a Ponzi scheme which became popular in 2017, Nick Carter strongly urged that it's not like that, it is that. So anyway, he's saying that XRP is equivalent to BitConnect, this Nick Carter guy. Very insightful, right? So here's another quote from him. "Ripple is no more or less useful than BCC," so that's BitConnect. "They just have better marketing." He says Ripple just has better marketing. Okay. On the other side of the matter, check this out, and this is what I really wanted to get at, and this has to do with the idea of the creators of the XRP community actually having skin in the game from, let's say, a legal perspective. So Tiffany Hayden, who is a prominent XRP community member, defended XRP saying the following, and this is in response to Nick Carter's tweets. I think I've got 2 tweets from Tiffany Hayden here. So here's the first one. "First time seeing courage? Question mark. Do you know at that time it was undecided if miners were going to be considered MTs? 3 men bravely created XRP entirely on their own to fully accept the responsibility and the consequences, including prison, if regulations had worked out against them." And then before I read the second tweet, the piece continues a little bit. "Moreover, she also quoted a tweet that Ripple CTO David Schwartz wrote about the existence of Bitcoin Cash. As David said, he had Bitcoin Cash balances that were transferred to him in 2015, however. In contrast, the token came into existence in 2017. And I didn't mean to fact check, see if I could Google, see what the hell they meant before recording this, and it slipped my mind, so if I can figure that in a future video, I'll be happy to report. Anyway, and her continuous tweet, she explains her stance of how XRP emerged. So here's the second tweet from Tiffany Hayden. "How much fundraising do you think you can raise from a VC, so venture capitalist, with that legal nightmare lurking? They did the bad, horrible thing of creating crypto and then created a legal document to prove it was all their fault. And only after that did they gift XRP to the company." Now, that's an excellent way of framing all of this. We all already knew that Ripple did not create XRP. We knew that it was created and then gifted to Ripple. But think about it from this perspective of, I've just never seen it framed this way, and I find it fascinating. And indeed, if you go back to original documents, and I cited one on the channel recently, which is part of what got me thinking about all this. I mean, the fact of the matter is that it was indeed these individuals. It was written up contractually in such a way that it was these 3 that were fully responsible for this. And then, ultimately, the XRP was gifted. So I think it's such a bogus claim here that first of all, that XRP could be a security. Just the idea that XRP is anything nearing BitConnect. Because think about it, BitConnect, they were offering outrageous interest rates for investing into the platform. That's not even close to what Ripple's doing in positioning XRP as a bridge currency. So typically when I see things like that from, in this case, it's the likes of Nick Carter, who I was not familiar with, this typically comes from people that are ideologically driven. That's what I usually see. So I didn't take the time to research him. It doesn't matter. He's probably just another Bitcoin maximalist. Either way, at a minimum, at a minimum, he is not remotely educated on the XRP ecosystem or what Ripple is doing. That could not be more crystal clear. So anyway, I hope you guys found that interesting because I certainly did. Take a look at this next piece. This is a tweet from Alex Cobb I want to share with you. It says, hats off to Wind. He single-handedly created the biggest consumer-facing use case for XRP. Since its launch, there has been 1.7 million XRP sent through the XRP tip bot. And indeed, Wind is the creator of the XRP tip bot, and there's this little screen grab that Alex put up here, which I thought was awesome, so I just popped up full screen here. You can see there's been 591,000 tips since December 2017, and since that same time frame, 1,708,798 XRP at the time Alex posted this. That is some cool stuff there. And again, it like I've mentioned on the channel recently, it really is fundamentally changing the way in which people are responding within social media. Now, of course, it's pretty much exclusively within the XRP community, but this is so genuinely useful that as crypto continues to be adopted, as long as XRP tip bot keeps going, and I don't know why it wouldn't, because it's actually getting used, you could imagine people the world over using something like this, which of course, again, it's genuine utility of XRP. And I think it's going to add to XRP staying power. It's just one use case of many. Real-world adoption actually matters. I got this next piece from XRP Crypto. Wolf, so thank you very much for sending this my way. And so this piece, I pulled it from CoinDesk. CFTC chairman confirms Ether cryptocurrency is a commodity. CFTC chairman Heath Tarbert has said Ether, the world's second largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization, is a commodity. Speaking at the Yahoo Finance All Markets Summit Thursday, Tarbert said he believes Ether is not a security. We've been very clear on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a commodity. We haven't said anything about Ether until now, Tarbert said. It is my view as chairman of the CFTC that Ether is a commodity. Tarbert continued to say the CFTC is working with the SEC on the two cryptocurrencies and have agreed both are not securities. Going forward, the CFTC may allow Ether futures to trade on U.S. markets, he suggested. In May, a senior CFTC official told CoinDesk the agency was ready to approve an Ethereum futures contract if it met the correct conditions. Concerning currencies created by hard forks, Tarbert argued the CFTC's treatment of each new coin should depend on its creation. And so here's a quote from the chairman. It stands to reason that similar assets should be treated similarly. If the underlying asset, the original digital asset, hasn't been determined to be a security and is therefore a commodity, most likely the forked asset will be the same, unless the fork itself raises some securities law issues under that classic Howey test. And so I don't know exactly what the holdup is for some sort of official word on XRP, but I will say this, even if they don't know exactly how they want to clarify things. It's pretty clear to me, I cannot imagine a world where the SEC actually wants to come gunning for XRP. As far as cryptocurrencies are concerned, XRP being listed as third in market cap, depending on who you ask. Third in market cap, though. Talk about having a laser focus on you if you're the if you're the SEC, or it doesn't matter who you are. Pick your government entity. The top cryptocurrencies are going to be the ones that are in the limelight, right? And so the fact that there has been no action, I think, speaks volumes. That's just my personal opinion there. But you can tell me what you think in the comments below. That's it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!